What's good? What's good? It's hot. It's been like almost 100 degrees the last few days, and it's going to be almost 100 degrees the next few days, and I love it. Minus the fact that I live in my van, so I've not been sleeping super well lately. Kind of connects to the bigger theme of this video. I just have not really been taking care of myself very well lately. It's been about a week since I showered. I honestly don't remember the last day I showered. It was either last Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. One of those days. So it's been about a week. I just don't have the motivation to go deal with Planet Fitness. Because normally I go do yoga and it's like a pain because you only get this little bit of space, and I don't feel like I ever really get to just take up space. I don't get to take up space when I go there. You know, I do try to be conscious of other people, and I could just go do it at a park somewhere. But my brain, it's just been focused, just like hyper focused on just doing deliveries or making money. Not because I'm greedy, I want money, but I don't have any land. I live in my van. I have nothing, and I'm not trying to say that to sound like a victim. I'm saying that I should be doing nothing else but working until I can get something. And I think often back, one of my very first videos, it was titled something like Food, Fire, Shelter, Water, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. I have shelter in my van, but it's not great. I literally can't stand up. I don't have space. I can't just park wherever I want, right? So while I have shelter, it's not great shelter. And while I have access to food, it's not great food. You know, I do try to eat teriyaki, but I haven't been. I've been eating a lot of burgers lately. I love a good cheeseburger. Oh, bacon cheeseburger, yum. But my dad bod, I have a major dad bod right now. I can't cook, not a quality, a steak, sweet potatoes, and Brussels sprouts, fucking just magical. I could eat that literally 5 days a week. And I used to. And I used to be in fantastic shape. And so I'm not showering, I'm not doing yoga, I'm not brushing my teeth. And the brushing the teeth thing's kind of gross. But honestly, when my hair gets heated by the sun and I've got a little sweat in my beard and my hair, I smell good. There's something about my natural sort of scent that when it's in the elements in the sun, it just smells good. So I got that going for me. My pits kind of stink, but if I need to, I'll just use some wipes real quick and just wipe my pits. I feel like I was going to go deeper. There was a whole nother thing. Why is self-care so hard? Why is it so hard to just go take a shower? I don't want to deal with people. That's part of it. And it's just so important to me for people to have their own space. From that, having your own safe space, literally. And that's why I want a few acres of land, because I just want my own space. I don't want to have to fucking ask for permission to do something or to build something or whatever. And technically you're supposed to, but we're just not going to talk about that. What self-care issues do you struggle with? What do you use to motivate yourself? I'm not motivated. I'm motivated, to do the deliveries, but there's an element of that's I'm my own boss and it's my own thing. I like it, but when I go to apply for jobs, I have zero motivation to apply for $40,000 to $50,000 a year paying jobs in the greater Seattle, Washington area. That's nothing. That's nothing. Maybe in the deep south, I'm trying to think of Virginia somewhere, maybe where the cost of living is really, really low because there aren't jobs, maybe 40 to 50K a year, you can do okay, but not here. So there is a relativity to the wages that one needs to make. $100,000 a year in Washington like the greater Seattle area, you can kind of get by. $100,000 in like Virginia, that's good. And so given that relativity, the thing is though, everybody's struggling. Like the disparity can be extrapolated. So the disparity in the cost of living versus the amount people are getting paid, the median income, it varies regionally, locally, but there is, I would say, a theme in that there is a significant gap. And it's only getting worse. I always talk about the globalists, the elites, the oligarchs, the aristocracy. I'm going to start using that word more. The aristocracy that wants to consolidate resources and power so people like you and I cannot obtain a few acres of land to be self-sufficient, because then we won't be tax slaves for them. This video is getting way off subject. Let's try to circle it back and finish it up. I'm about to go volunteer with some dogs, so that's a form of self-care. Just chilling with them for a little bit, it does help a lot. Like, it helps a lot. And so I'm not showering. Maybe I'll shower one of these days, but I'm still struggling with depression. And I know I can smile and I can go about my life, but there's still some major depression. I'm still doing my ketamine therapy, and that's helping, but I still have some hurdles. I still have some work to do. But in the meantime, just try not to let the globalists divide us further. There's all this talk of like Project 2025 and revolution and civil war. That's what they want. So what we need to do is to not let them win. We need to fight really hard to find some common ground, because I promise that it is there. All right, I'm going to wrap up the video there. Thank you very much for listening. Much love.